so I'm back with another video, and today I have a conspiracy theory that I want to talk about. I love conspiracy theories. I love thinking about where we come from, why we're here, what's our purpose, all that stuff. I love thinking about, just dipping my feet in, testing the waters, thinking, oh, what if we have reincarnation, or what if our soul lives on forever? It's just so many possibilities, and I love to think about all of them. So we are going to be talking about the Matrix. Yes, we live in a matrix. Life is not what you think it is. And this is gonna sound real crazy if you're not familiar with conspiracy theories. It's gonna sound really crazy, so just be open. The goal is to just make you think about your existence, honestly, and wonder why you're here, how did we get here, and what's really going on. So we're gonna jump into it. So I just watched an episode of Black Mirror, and it was one of the newest episodes of this season, season 5. And it's funny because they made a phrase in there. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but I'm just going to say this. They made a phrase in there saying, if you look closely, you can see the codes. And this video is about the Matrix. So I just found that so crazy, the timing, because I was originally going to make this video yesterday, but I didn't have enough time and just life. So I'm gonna make it today. Like, that was my inspiration. I guess that was just a sign, like, you need to make this video. So I'm making the video. Okay, so if you ever see the Matrix, you will know all about the codes, but we're gonna get into that a little later. So we know that computers are made up of light and electricity. And if you don't know, humans are made up of light and electricity as well. So computers are structured using something called a binary code. Basically, that represents all the content that you see, and it's in a language that the computer can understand. So for us, what we see is the colors, the shapes, the words, the images. It represents all of those things. For a computer to understand the format, it must break it down into a 2-digit numeric system. And this system is zeros and ones. And while the computer is doing this, it is sending electric pulses. It's flashing on and off constantly. And this is the language that the computer speaks in. But for us, this is representing the content. This is representing the picture, the colors, the graphics that we see. Everything that you see and everything that you can create on the computer, at its core, these images are just zeros and ones. And they're codings flashing at a great speed. And this may sound familiar if you ever seen the movie The Matrix. When he was in the Matrix and the screen dropped, and he was so skilled and so able to process and visually see that these are just numbers, but on the computer, oh, that's the blonde with the red dress. Light and electricity flashing on creates the vibration of atomic particles, which creates energy patterns. And this is compatible to a computer's consciousness. This is our computer, and our consciousness is the processor. So just like when it comes to our reality, everything is vibration. We know this. We know that everything is vibrating, nothing is sitting still. But with our physical eyes, we cannot see that vibration happening, but we know it's there. That's why everyone says good vibes, good vibrations. You want to feel good because that energy can be felt. We are energy. We are souls and bodies. We are not our bodies. We are living in these avatars. This is our avatar that we must take care of, because yes, we live here, but our souls are so much bigger than this body, and it can be felt. It can be felt. And if you practice feeling it, you can feel it more. And that's why spirituality is so crazy to me, because I can literally bring into fruition anything that I want. Like, lack does not exist in my life. I feel like everything really is in your mind, and if lack exists to you, then you are lacking from within, and that's why you see lack. But lack does not exist. Like, I'm always good. Everything happens for the greater good. These energy patterns are codes, just like on the computer, the zeros and the ones, which gives us the ability to structure what we see and how we see it. Which gives us the ability to structure what we see and how we see it. That's why you hear a lot. It's all in the mind. It's how you view it. It's your perception. Everything is rooted within your perception because it truly is all in your mind. It's how you perceive it. Yeah. Although we don't need to be plugged in like computers, here are the cons of this theory. We don't need a plug in the Matrix. They had a plug in the back of their neck. We don't need that. Although we're not rooted and literally connected to the earth like trees are, getting their energy from source, which is planet Earth, we still need the essential food. We need water. We need earth, the trees, the oxygen. We need all of this to survive because, you know, when things are out of balance and the temperatures are slow, things slow down. In our world, cold-blooded animals may die because it gets too cold. Global warming, all of these things can affect our life. The law of correspondence, although we're not attached to the world physically, I feel like as humans we are attached to the spiritual realm. There is something connecting us to a higher being, to a higher source, to an energy field that is beyond us, that is much bigger than us. It's just something that you can feel. And I think that's where we get our source from, our energy from, most of our from. That was just me touching bases on the Matrix theory. Let me know if this boggled your mind a little bit. Also, I wanted to touch bases on one scene in the movie, and it was the scene where the kid had the spoon and he was bending the spoon, and Neo took the spoon out of his hand and he said, "Don't try to bend the spoon. That's impossible." And he's like, "There is no spoon." And and Neo's like, "There is no spoon." And he's like, once you realize that the truth is there is no spoon and you're not bending the spoon, but you're bending yourself, then you'll know. And that was just crazy because it really lets you know it's all in your mind. Like, I created this spoon and I can bend this spoon because I created it and I create my reality. And it's not the spoon that I'm ultimately bending because spoons can't bend and we know that. But if you created this and this is your world, then you can do whatever you please. And it's just crazy. It's mind-boggling. Watch the movie and you'll understand. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Peace and love to you. And let's dig a little deep.